request Afan Sabji.
Thank you, sir. At the outset, I would take this opportunity to first thank uh, Punjab Higher Education Commission Chairperson Dr. Iqrar Ahmed Khan to holding today's event with the galaxy of Vice Chancellors from Punjab, with the presence of the Chairman HEC, um, Mr. Nadeem Mehboob, who's also the Federal Secretary Education, uh, for holding and making this event possible. I think events like this are at the heart of taking whatever next steps are so very important for the higher education department. I'm, I feel very humbled today because the former governor, my boss, is present before me, and this is indeed, sir, a privilege and honor to meet you and see you. And I still remember the wonderful work that you during your tenure did for the higher education sector in Punjab. I'm also feeling uh, very small before my former rector, National School of Public Policy, Mr. Ismail Qureshi, an old colleague from the government of Punjab, Dr. Zafar Iqbal Qureshi, whom I'm always been admirer. Uh, Dr. Zahoor Hassan, which once I was a student long way back when he used to be at LUMS, and Madam, met today, I would take this opportunity to limit myself only to the two questions that were assigned to me by Dr. Zahusa. The first is how to create a sustainable leadership pipeline that reflects both merit and diversity for the universities and I think the sector, and as it was rightly framed that by Ismail Qureshi Saab, that it is leadership is at all levels. I think we are very fortunate, and I only have a very simple solution for this. Presently, the government of Pakistan's Apex Leadership and Management School, that is the National School of Public Policy, holds regular programs for in-service mandatory promotions. And they happen at the level of middle management, the MCMC, the senior management, the SMC, and for the higher public policy position holders, that is the NMC, the National Management Course. I believe Nadeem Mehboob Saab is present, Chairman PHEC is present. If that matter is taken up with the government of Pakistan to request for a few slots in the existing programs, that would be a very good beginning, because that would not only provide an opportunity to have those management skills and the leadership focus that is there, but more importantly, the network learning that can be possible, because in these programs there are officers not only from the cadre services but from the autonomous bodies, from the other sectors of the government that are there, and this long-term residential in-service programs would provide the positions of assistant registrars, the deputy registrars, the registrars at the appropriate level, the very, very critical networking that is possible. I think this is a low-hanging fruit which can be easily achieved. In terms of having a supply chain for all these core positions, I think this is a challenging question, because the quality of managers and the management skills and the kind of leadership attitudes that are warranted, they are not only in the formal government sector but are elsewhere. So if Dr. Iqrar Ahmed Khan and the PHEC and the federal HEC could consider some of the multinationals which are working in Pakistan, some of the Pakistani indigenous corporate sector companies, the best ones, and attachments, secondments, or exposures or orientations for a few days to weeks could happen for all the potential uh, academia people in the university who are being uh, tracked and being made and looked at as potential leadership roles and positions that could give the necessary exposure to them to work in various kind of settings, whether they are corporate, whether they are commercial. Another very opportunity that I think is very, very important, the way the civil society and the non-governmental organizations have come up, and especially the ones that are global. Similar kind of orientation with them would be in the fitness of things, from Citizen Foundation to Indus Hospital to Hoover's to so many others. This focus by the leadership positions within the universities and having shadow positions is very, very critical for the registrar office to look at in the short, medium, and long-term perspective. So this is my observation for question 2. In terms of question 3, how to promote international faculty exchanges in enhancing the leadership and academic capacities of local universities, I believe that is again a very tall order. Uh, in terms of the geopolitical situation which Pakistan unfortunately has been for the last so many years, 40 years, there's a certain kind of perception out there about Pakistan. I believe with the passage of time this would also go down. But one thing where a beginning can be made is that as it was earlier said, Pakistan is one of those few countries which has the youngish population which is so much required in many of the aging societies both in Europe and in the Far East now. I believe that is a great opportunity. All Punjab and Pakistan public sector universities through OPHRD can devise programs which can look and focus at the initial level to public sector universities in these countries where there is a requirement both of workers as well as professionals. And around those set of countries, opportunities can be looked into, and the same set of countries and their public sector universities can be focused. I think that making the global public policy frameworks like SDGs at the heart of the strategic planning of all public sector universities would give a key indication to not only those set of countries and their universities, but also to the international organizations that the Pakistani universities are acting locally but thinking strategically in terms of the global outlook and the kind of students they are producing. I believe in terms of the pedagogical methods that are being used by the international universities and their researchers, a strong faculty exchange program would bring those set of practices and would be a very key ingredient in this. So these are the responses I have to these two
Thank you.
questions.
Thank you for very.